Have you ever wondered what would happen if a major city just vanished? Not in a movie, but in real life. Today, we're diving into a mind-bending scenario. What if Osaka, Japan, one of the world's most vibrant and crucial cities, suddenly disappeared overnight? The consequences would be staggering, not just for Japan, but for the entire world. First, let's understand just how important Osaka is. We're talking about the heart of Japan's Kansai region, a megacity with a prefectural population of nearly 9 million people. It's an economic powerhouse, contributing a massive chunk, around 20% to Japan's total GDP. It's home to global giants like Panasonic and Nintendo, a major manufacturing hub, and a cultural touchstone for the entire nation. So, if it were to just go, the fallout would be immediate and catastrophic. Let's start with the economic earthquake in Japan. Osaka isn't just another city. It's the engine of Western Japan's economy. Its disappearance would mean the instant loss of countless corporate headquarters, factories, and financial institutions. Think about it. The supply chains for everything from electronics to cars would be shattered. Kansai International Airport, a critical gateway for people and cargo, would be gone. Economists estimate Japan's GDP could plummet by 15 to 20% almost instantly. This wouldn't just be a recession, it would be an economic freefall. The Tokyo Stock Exchange would likely crash, and the value of the Japanese yen could spiral downwards, triggering a financial crisis of unprecedented scale. But the impact goes far beyond numbers on a screen. The human cost would be unimaginable. The sudden loss of millions of lives would create a demographic void that would take generations to recover from, if ever. Japan is already dealing with a shrinking workforce, but this would decimate it. Key sectors like healthcare, construction, and essential services would face immediate and insurmountable labor shortages. Imagine hospitals without enough doctors and nurses, or infrastructure projects grinding to a halt. Then there's the psychological trauma, the grief of losing friends, family, and entire communities all at once would be a national wound. Millions would be displaced, creating a refugee crisis within Japan, its own borders as people from surrounding areas are forced to evacuate or relocate. The social fabric of the nation would be torn apart, potentially leading to widespread social unrest as people grapple with loss, fear, and uncertainty. Politically, the Japanese government would be thrown into its greatest ever crisis. A national state of emergency would be the first step. The Prime Minister's office would be working around the clock, trying to manage the economic collapse, coordinate rescue and recovery efforts for surrounding areas, and maintain public order. Osaka is also a unique political landscape, home to influential parties like the Isshin no Kai. Its absence would reshape Japan's political dynamics overnight. Public trust in the government's ability to handle the disaster would be on a knife's edge. A slow or ineffective response could easily lead to the government's collapse and a period of intense political instability. And we can't forget the cultural void. Osaka is the soul of Japanese comedy, the birthplace of culinary delights like takoyaki and okonomiyaki, and home to iconic landmarks like Osaka Castle. The city's unique, boisterous spirit, personified by its dialect and its vibrant entertainment scene, is an irreplaceable part of Japan's identity. Its loss would be like erasing a huge, colorful chapter from the nation's history and culture book. The sense of cultural loss would be profound and deeply felt across the country. Now, let's zoom out, because this disaster wouldn't be contained within Japan's borders. The economic shockwaves would hit the global economy like a tsunami. Osaka is a critical node in the world's supply chain. Industries worldwide that rely on Japanese electronics, automotive parts, and specialized chemicals would face immediate and severe disruptions. Think about the global tech and auto industries grinding to a halt. The financial panic would spread from Tokyo to Wall Street, London, and Shanghai. We could see a domino effect, with stock markets tumbling across the globe and international trade seizing up, potentially triggering a global recession. The geopolitical landscape of the Asia-Pacific would also be violently shaken. A destabilized Japan creates a power vacuum. Regional rivals might see this as an opportunity. Could China or North Korea try to exploit Japan's moment of weakness to expand their influence or press their territorial claims, the long-standing US-Japan security alliance would face an immense test. The strategic importance of American military bases in Japan, especially those in the Kansai region and Okinawa, would come under intense scrutiny. The balance of power that has maintained relative peace in the region for decades could be shattered, leading to a much more volatile and unpredictable world. Finally, the human and cultural impact would be felt globally. Osaka is a major destination for tourists, international students, and professionals from all over the world. The sudden loss of these international networks would be a tragedy in itself. The world would lose one of its great culinary capitals and a beacon of unique cultural exchange. The flow of tourism into Japan would likely plummet, not just because Osaka's gone, but because the entire country would be in a state of crisis. The global movement of talent and ideas would be disrupted as exchange programs and international business collaborations centered in Osaka vanish. In conclusion, the sudden disappearance of Osaka is a terrifying thought experiment, but it highlights just how interconnected and fragile our world is. It wouldn't just be a Japanese tragedy. It would be a global catastrophe. The economic, social, and political fallout would be immense, requiring a coordinated international response on a scale never seen before. The road to recovery, for both Japan and the world, would be incredibly long and arduous. It's a stark reminder of how much a single city can mean to all of us. What do you think would be the biggest impact? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoy exploring these big what-if questions, be sure to like this video and subscribe for more. See you next time.